is up? We are back in black. What is going on? We are back. We made it another day, another night at the corporate plantation. God damn, it's out of sight. Because at night, I have nightmares about that motherfucker. Not dreams, but nightmares. What is going on? You already know who the fuck I am. I am your boy, the only broke nigga that's gonna come to you every week talking about my trials and tribulations. Looking at, you already know who it is. I've been climbing Sucker Reach since 2003, which means you can't finesse me. Shout out to everybody out there that's at the Court Plantation. Shout out to everybody that's handling business and making it do what it do. Oh my bad. Hey, what's good? Hey, what's up, Tasha, man? Hey, I got that CMOS, so I got you. I'm gonna text you. I gotta get it soaked and shit. Then I'm gonna hit you up. Probably be sometime this week. Look, I'm hood. I'm talking about this shit. Well, I'm not. Oh well, you already know what it is. Hey man, it's a lot of shit going on. I want to say much love, props, and respect to all my melanated people that's at the corporate plantation right now, dealing with anti-black racism all day, all night. I want to send a special shout out to everyone that is handling business at the corporate plantation. I understand and I'm fully aware the hard work and dedication that it takes to get your ass up and go to that plantation every fucking day. This shit is no joke. It is not fun. And every day is a school day. And as our great teacher, master teacher, Neely Fuller Jr. says, I'm still learning. So I'm always learning. It's every day is a school day to me. So shout out to everybody that's out there handling business at the Court Plantation. Okay. Wait, hold on one. Look. Shout out to my other homeboys, man. I got some shit. I'm not gonna talk about it too much, but I got some other shit brewing. I've been chopping it up with my folks, with my homeboys, man. These are real good folks, and I ain't gonna put it out there too much, but I've been chopping up with them back and forth, man. We gonna have something popping real soon. I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna just let y'all see. Y'all niggas gonna be like, damn, what the fuck? But it's gonna be popping, man. But shout out to everybody that's at the Court Plantation. That shit is not fun. It's so funny how they got niggas thinking they want everybody to be like Louis Anderson and Coming to America. I seen Coming to America too. That shit was funny as fuck to me. But you know, I guess everybody didn't like it like me. I love Coming to America. That shit was funny. I thought it was funny to me, man. But that's just my perspective. Shout out to everybody that's out there, man, that's working the 2 and 3 jobs. Look, man, I used to work 2 and 3 jobs. My advice to anybody that's working 2 or 3 jobs, when a nigga starts saying shit like, man, why you working 2 jobs? Well, nigga, because the first one ain't paying much. Nigga, Einstein? What the fuck, man? And when a nigga talking about that, oh, man, you got it, you got 2 jobs. No, nigga, I don't got it. That's why I'm working 2 jobs. Can't stand a nigga to take some shit like that. And shout out to everybody that understands what their lane is and what it is designed to do. As Morpheus in the Matrix said to Neo when he came from seeing the Oracle, he said, what she said to you was meant for you and you alone. That means it's your lane. So shout out to everybody that's sticking to their lane and to their process of what they need to do. Because a lot of other racial groups tend to want to treat black folk like Mr. Potato Head. They want to put a mustache on you. They want to put glasses on you. They want to put a hat on you. They want to fix you up the way they want you to be, and not who you are destined to be. And whatever your lane is your lane. And it's meant for you and you alone. So shout out to everybody that understands how to stick to their own way of thinking and control their own narrative outside of the Court Plantation. So shout out to everybody that's on that. And I want to send a special shout out to everyone that is trying to replace the system of racism and white supremacy and establish a system of justice. If you're not doing anything that's constructive, then what you are doing is sowing discord. So when you get amongst your people and you have conversations about what's going on in this wicked but brilliant system, it should always be constructive about establishing a system of justice. Hey. And shout out to everybody that's out there. You already know. Shout out to all motherfuckers that's out there that believe in Cesare Borgia. Go ahead and believe in that, man. I like to fuck with my black so-called Christians. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll fight you tooth and nail about Cesare Borgia. But when you start talking about, hey man, you want to read this book, How to Eat to Live? Oh, I don't talk about that. That man, they divisive, man. They too militant. But you go in any Caucasian house, any dominant white society house, they got pictures of John F. Kennedy, Abraham Lincoln, George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, all these white supremacists and slave owners, but we can't have one picture of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and you gotta be all this other shit. You can't be associated with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan without them trying to do some shit to fuck you over. So we have to understand that the knowledge of what we're learning and the knowledge that we're trying to ascertain, we have to use that to our ability to navigate through this system. That's why I said every day is a school day. Remember that. Use the knowledge for good, not for evil. Don't use it to try to, don't start reading books and try to fuck a whole bunch of bitches because you done read 1,000 books and now you want to use that. Stop that shit, nigga. That's being divisive. And if you are thinking about fucking a bitch, and Nick, you better send that bitch on my way first. No, I'm just fucking with you. but y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out to everybody out there that's handling business and doing what they need to do. Shout out to all my finessers and people that feel like that's the best way to go through life. If that's what you want to do, that's your lane. I fuck with you, man. But we gonna get into a lot of shit today. The main thing we gonna talk about is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Hey, Harry. And we gonna talk about all the anti-black racism that's been going on in Europe. I heard Godfrey, the comedian, say, well, isn't Europe like the headquarters for anti-black racism? I don't know. I think the United States got them beat. So, I have no idea. But we gonna get into that. We gonna get into a lot of shit. I want to touch a little bit on Piers Morgan, how he got all pissed off and was talking a whole bunch of shit about Meghan Markle. But the one nigga from CNN, not CNN, but Good Morning Britain, Good Morning America Britain, or Good Morning Britain America, whatever the fuck show that is, that motherfucker, some nigga on there was like, you just mad cause she don't deal with you no more. See, y'all have to understand this. We're gonna talk about how, when you watch this interview, they weren't divulging everything that was what was said to them. Put it all out there. Prince Harry, hey Harry, tell us what's being said when we're not in the room. Why don't you tell us what the Queen really said about niggas? Because I think that Prince Harry is still on cold with the white dominant society. And he trying to play the middle. But it's going to be very hard for you to play the middle, sir. We're going to get into all that. I appreciate everybody that's handling business, making it do what it do. If you are a person that's at work and borrowing money all the time, just stay the fuck away from me when you get to the job. And I can't stand a nigga that's always running their mouth about their personal business at work. God damn, man. Stop acting like a hoe and handle your business. God damn. We gonna get into it, man. Cut the sound of that shit down. Man. Hey, you already know I got a couple of things I want to play. Let me see first. Let's see first what we gonna play. Now, if y'all not understanding what's going on, Meghan Markle, you know, the black sister, the melanated sister, you know, she'll claim Jewish before she's claimed black. And then she wouldn't claim black now because they showed her, bitch, you a nigga to us. So I don't give a fuck how light you are. You a nigga, bitch. You fuck a mulatto. You a mulatto nigga, bitch. The fuck out of here. You know, we fuck with our son, but bitch, nigga, bitch, we don't fuck with you. Or we don't fuck with your son, and he ain't getting no security, and fuck both of y'all. But my son can stay. Really, low key, they like, well, we wish you wouldn't never even married you, bitch. That's really what happened. But see, that sister put that pussy on that white boy. That white boy's nose was wide open like shit. I don't know how I'm going to get over her, so I'm going to go ahead and marry her. I love black pussy. You know, a motherfucker probably was like, shit. That bitch got the bomb ass pussy type shit. And now they all mad. And the Queen of England, stop it, bitch. You the most racist bitch ever. But your great-great-grandmother is Queen Charlotte. Go get the book Nature Knows No Color Line by J.A. Rogers. It's a cover. On the cover is her great-great-grandmother, who was a half black. But you want to allow these people to talk crazy about your grandson. That's technically your grandson. That's your great-grandson. But you act like the motherfucker don't exist. Worrying about all this other shit. Look, let me tell you something. Does this not surprise y'all niggas? Because it don't surprise me the fuck at all. Niggas over here in the United States like, nigga, this shit been going on. Why everybody? Because they want the narrative to be this. The royal family is always white. But if people know that to be royal, you have to be a descendant of a Moor. But people don't know that shit. Go get Ancient and Modern Britons by David McRitchie. Go get those two books. It's Ancient and Modern Britons 1 and 2. I got them. Go read the book. It's not a real easy read, but when you start listening to how they break down Blackamoor and Moor and everybody's last name comes from a Moor, a descendant of a Moor. They know that shit. You have to be of Moorish blood to be royal. They know that shit. But what they do is they got you thinking you gotta be white to be royal. Let me see. It's hard for me to feel sorry for Meghan because I know she has benefited by being a light-skinned woman, and I think she is soliciting for the black American people to back her up. Facts. I agree. I can't even argue with that. I can't even argue with you on that one at all. Hold on. I can't even argue with you on that one. And the reason why I can't argue with you, because that's some real shit. And let me tell you why. Because that's what happens. See, that's why I tell people, look, man, when you date outside your, look, I got the worst criticism. I can only speak on my experience. Man, niggas used to give me hell. Oh, how you do that? How you do that? I said, nigga, I fuck with whoever fuck with me. Niggas that know me, like, well, nigga, all I used to fuck with is black women. When I lived in California, my family know. And nigga, the red bone I was fucking with, she was fine. So don't get that shit. Let's not take it out of context. Niggas just be thinking that. Niggas just think one day you got treated fucked up by a black woman. All of a sudden you want to go, nah, nigga, I fuck with whoever fuck with me. Period. And no, I didn't get done wrong by no black women to go. No, I used to tell niggas. One nigga straight out asked me. This was a long time ago. He was like, man, how come you date outside of your race, bro? I said, man, I just fuck with whoever fuck with me, man. Really? If they fuck with me, I fuck with them. If they don't, they don't. Whatever it is. I look at the contents of the character. Well, no, I do. Because as I started to get older, I started to see, okay, who am I going to be able to be a teammate with? And that was it. I don't just go out. Like, I'm not with that shit where niggas just go out and go seek other races because it's easier. Nah, man, fuck all that. That shit is not easy. Nigga, because first of all, you're going to take the blunt of the bullshit because you a black man. So whoever you got up under you, it better be somebody that's solid and it better be somebody that's on point. And they better be trying to search, read, research, and try to establish a system of justice. If they not doing that, then they shouldn't be around you. Meaning this, as Dr. Francis Cress Welsing says and teaches in the ISIS papers, Keys to Color, tell us what's being said when we not in the room. Tell us that. Tell us, I don't need you to do no 10 whys and tell us shit that we already know. We already know that. Unless you're going to tell it from a perspective of you want things to change and you don't like the infrastructure and you don't deal with people that's on some racist shit, that's different. But if you just on there on some trying to peddle your merchandise and you trying to gain fame off of black people's struggle because you can talk like them and sound like them, I don't personally agree with that. Why, Warren? This is why I don't agree with it about other racial groups doing that, because they all talk that black power, Black Lives Matter shit until it's time for reparations. Then when it's time for reparations, you can't even find a nigga, another racial group to speak up on your behalf when it comes to reparations at all. They act like the shit don't even exist. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Tasha, I totally agree with that. That's a fact. That is a fact. And see, that's what happens. That's why you gotta be 100 the whole time. See, it was so funny because after people start coming around me and then see, oh, I'm dating a Latino sister or an Asian woman or, a Puerto Rican, which is black, but a lot of Puerto Ricans, they identify as white. That's a fact. A lot of them. And they'll identify as black when it's convenient for them. Jennifer Lopez, yes, you're one of them. You identify as a white Latina until it's time to to do the roots and I'm from the Bronx and all this other shit. You know, niggas use black culture and being black like a nigga changing clothes and shit. You know, black people is like a Gucci belt. When they want to look fly, they put on a Gucci belt. But when they're around people that don't even associate with Gucci and all that, they kind of act like it don't even exist. And that's kind of, to me, that's kind of how they treat black folk. But, you know, that's why you got to be 100 the whole time. And I'm not saying you got to be pro-black and I'm this and I'm black, y'all. Nah, man, look, I'm going to tell you, I can only speak from my experience. I ain't with none of that shit. I'm not with all this, every time you come around and I'm black, y'all. I don't need to be telling people all that. I read, I study, and I fuck with who I fuck with. And can't no nigga tell me who I'ma fuck with and who I don't give a fuck what no nigga say. Ain't no nigga gonna stop me from trying to establish a system of justice. I don't give a fuck what they say. And I don't care, because they don't pay none of my bills, nigga. And nigga, they ain't me. And this is my lane. And oh well, and I don't give a fuck. And that's just how I am. And I've always been that way. Oh well. I've always looked at this. You better be 100, and you better not neglect and alienate your people when you get around your other racial group that you just happen to be with. So if you dating a Latino sister, you know, a Latino sister that really fuck with black culture and all that, she's not gonna allow anybody else to disrespect you or your culture, period. Any racial group that you fuck with, as soon as they feel like it's some disrespect coming your way, they gonna be like, nah, we not fucking with this shit. And that's all it is. And I think Meghan Markle thought it was sweet. That's what she thought. And then you got all these black people hyping it up. Oh, we in the royal family now and all this other shit. Now they like, fuck you, nigga, bitch. We don't really want you around. And we don't give a fuck if y'all do move. Now everybody's like, oh my God, this is racism. Well, why the fuck did this surprise y'all niggas? Racism is an institution. It's a system. What the fuck do y'all think? It's a team sport. Racism isn't just one individual. That's why when you go on a corporate plantation, you notice everyone's on code. And I'm not just talking about the Caucasian, the dominant white society people. I'm talking about all the other racial groups too. They will be in alignment with the dominant white society. Few and far between, you're going to get real stand-up people that's going to really, really, really tell you what's being said when you're not in the room. I've met a couple. Like I said, it ain't a whole lot. I met a couple, and those people are 100, and I fuck with them to this day. But I've met more people that will come around you, hey Tyrone, and all this other shit, and then when they get around they people, they the main niggas talking shit about niggas. You know what I'm saying? And those are just things that we gotta look at. And I'm gonna play some of the audio of it because I found it quite interesting. Hold on, let me see. I found it quite interesting that everybody's acting surprised. I think it's funny. Look, let me see which one I'm gonna play. Let me see. I think I'm gonna play this one first. Now I'm about to play some of the interview of Meghan Markle, like clips, and I'm gonna play some stuff from Oprah. And they sat down with Oprah, and Oprah, you trying to redeem yourself, but you know, I would have been like, well, why don't you tell us? There were certain things that I didn't like because I feel like Prince Harry, hey Harry, you are still on code, sir, because you're not really telling us what's being said when we're not in the room. Tell us what they said. Tell us. You know why? Because he'd probably be banned from the family, he won't have no money, and he's not willing to totally remove himself from that wealth and that family for her. Trust and believe you me, he's not. Because if he is, why don't you just say everything? Because he was like, oh, I'd rather not say. Why not? So here, I'm going to play this.
Has been released, including Harry and Meghan trying to meet with the Queen last year to explain the decision to step away as working royals.
So my grandmother had said, the moment you land, come up to...
We asked if we could go up to see her.
Come up to Sand.
See, they before they moved, they wanted to go talk with the Queen Elizabeth. You know, they wanted to talk to her about why they was moving and shit. But why do you need to talk to her? And to me, if she's the queen, she's supposed to be able to do whatever the fuck she want. So since I'm the queen, don't nobody say shit about my motherfucking grandson. If anybody gonna talk shit about my nigga grandson, it's gonna be me, not none of you motherfuckers. And if one motherfucker say one thing in the press, it's on. You the queen. But no, you sitting up there letting them shit on it because he a nigga. That's why he got nigga blood in him. And you thinking about the Moors, and you don't want people, you don't even want it to revert back to black people running that royal family. Trust and believe you me, it ain't just the queen. It's all them other anti-black racist motherfuckers that's a part of that shit too.
We'd love to have a chat. Come for tea. And why don't you stay for dinner? Because it's going to be a long drive. You're going to be exhausted.
She even said stay the night.
Wonderful. I'd love that.
Yeah.
The moment we landed in the UK, I got a message from my private secretary, Fiona, at the time.
Private secretary is sort of like a CEO role in the institution.
Cutting and pasting a message from the Queen's private secretary, basically saying, please pass on to the Duke and Duchess of Sussex that he cannot come to Norfolk. The Queen is busy. She's busy all week.
And the Queen is your grandmother. So now I'm saying your grandmother. What does that sound like to y'all? You know what it sounds like to me? It's like a Southern white grandmother who has a black grandchild and don't fuck with the black mother, so she just don't want to be bothered with it at all. Oh, so don't come because I'm busy. Now all of a sudden you the Queen of England. Get the fuck out of here. What do you mean you're busy? You can stop and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Stop playing the games, man. That's what I mean about protecting this shit. Air this shit out. The bitch ain't want to be bothered.
Just invited you?
Yeah.
Just invited me. The Queen's busy. She's busy all week. Do not come up here. Okay. So I rang her from Frogmore, and she said, yes, there's something in my diary that I didn't know that I had. And I said, well, what about the rest of the week? She goes, well, that's busy now as well. Okay. I didn't want to push because I kind of knew what was going on.
Okay, if you knew what was going on, then why was you doing that? Why you just didn't call it out and be like, well, why y'all doing this? We need to have a talk. You know, the royal family and we need to have a talk because this is some bullshit. And if y'all felt this way, then why y'all didn't say this shit before we got married? Why y'all let this shit go on? Stop.
The Queen get to do, doesn't the Queen get to do what the Queen wants to do?
Isn't that what I just said? You're the Queen. How are you busy? You the Queen. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. You're the fucking Queen of England. Stop with the bullshit. That bitch, that old, ugly, racist white woman was like, man, fuck that nigga, baby. I don't want to be bothered with that. I'm embarrassed he married that bitch. That's what she really wanted to say. But she just ain't saying it. They just go about it a different way.
No, when you're head of the firm, there is people around you that give you advice.
Okay, so is everybody around the Queen racist, or is she racist, or what the fuck is going on, bro? Because you're speaking and stall me out with all the mystery shit, homie. It's too much mystery. So what the fuck is going on? See, they should let a real motherfucker in. Hey, but brother, you're not really telling us. What are you saying? So everybody around her is racist? Because if everybody's around her is racist and they are advising her to partake in racist activities as far as not wanting to be bothered with you and your and your son, you know what I'm saying, and your black wife, that's racist. So would she be complicit in it too? Because she's the Queen. That's what I would ask them.
And what has also made me really sad is some of that advice has been really bad.
CNN's Anna Stewart, live in Windsor, England.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. Did y'all hear that shit, man? Oh man, I'm about to try to find some more though. I'm about to try to find some more. Hopefully this is it. Cause I want to find some more. Hopefully it ain't no bullshit. Cause man, some of the questions that they're saying, I was like, then the way they was answering, I was kind of laughing though. Cause I was like, well, why did y'all think it was gonna be any different? Y'all should know that the motherfucking Queen, these are racist people. They don't fuck with motherfuckers like that.
The Queen just a little while ago. Here it is. She says, the whole family is saddened to learn the full extent of how challenging the last few years have been for Harry and Meghan. The issues.
Man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all niggas don't give a fuck about that shit. Man, I'm trying to find that shit, man. Hold on. I'm trying to find it. Maybe it's
like a fairy tale. But Meghan told Oprah behind the smiles was a very different reality. A royal establishment unwilling, she says, to defend her and Prince Harry from tabloid attacks.
Not only was I not being protected, but that they were willing to lie to protect other members of the family.
Meghan and Harry both say it really changed on their royal tour in Australia.
That's when we announced we were pregnant with Archie. That was our first tour.
But it was also...
But why did y'all... This is my question. But why did y'all go into it so blindly? There's this movie called Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington. And in the movie, there was a scene after they won a football game. There was the quarterback, his name was Rev, and then there was other football players. And there was another player called Sunshine. Well, he was like, let's go into this bar, man, and have a drink. And the black player named Rev and the other black player was like, nah, man. Like, nah. No, come on, man, let's go. I'm telling you, it's going to be different. They go in there, and basically, they was like, we don't fuck with niggas in here. So then when they left, he was like, dude, I'm so sorry. And one of the black players was like, man, you know better. Like, why the fuck you acting like you know what's going on? Because the white character Sunshine was from California. That's why they called him Sunshine, because he's from California. So, California wasn't as racist as it is in the South. But see, black folk should actually admire and respect the anti-black racism in the South, because it's going to be bold, blunt, and upfront. It's not going to be covert and secretive and backbiting and the shit that they do to you on the corporate plantation, and divisive, and pull this person to the side and then pull that person to the side about you because you're the black person and you're the threat. You're the next black messiah because you're oppositional of what everybody else thinks. That's what they do in the corporate plantations now. But in the deep South, they just tell you straight to your face, we don't fuck with niggas over here. And that's just something you just had to respect. Versus now, everything is so fucking goddamn Hollywood, and the anti-black racist and racism, white supremacy hides under the garb of corporate America. And then they come up with all these crazy rules, regulations, and policies. And then the people that are enforcing them are anti-black white supremacists. That's who they are. And the ones that are from other racial groups, they participate in anti-black racism. They didn't build this country, but they'll participate in kicking the fuck out of black folk every chance they get. So I don't understand why Meghan Markle, not even Prince Harry, but Meghan Markle should have been like, look, man, hey, man, I am black. I hope y'all know what the fuck is going on. Call this shit out. But maybe because she had a privileged upbringing, who knows? So she probably wasn't used to none of that shit either. Because an average black woman would have been like, well, this ain't nothing new to us. We've been dealing with this shit.
Also the first time that the family got to see how incredible she is at the job. And that brought back memories.
Memories of his mother, Princess Diana, adored by the public.
That's a fact. See, they didn't like Princess Diana because Princess Diana was really about helping the people. See, that wasn't no front for her. That's how I know she did. See, that wasn't no front for Princess Diana. Because if it was a front, she'd still be alive. No, she was really trying to help people. She's especially black people, especially black folk. They couldn't stand that shit. Then she married. She was seeing Dodi Fayed. Y'all think y'all think the royal family wanted that lady to marry an Egyptian, a black person? Please, they didn't want none of that shit. And she just happened to be dead. Stop. And ain't none of it linked to the queen. How do you not know what the fuck is going on in your city and you run the city? Get the fuck out of here. You knew exactly what the fuck was going on. And you didn't give a fuck that those kids' mom is dead and gone because you didn't give a fuck. Because that bitch was oppositional to y'all way of thinking. Because let me tell you, Queen Elizabeth was not going and shaking no African kids' hands and hugging babies. She didn't give a fuck about no niggas at all.
From her very first tour in Australia, almost outshining the future King Prince Charles.
So are you saying that there were hints of jealousy?
I just wish that we would all learn from the past.
So what does that mean, learn from the past? Basically, let me translate this for y'all. Me and my black wife had to get the fuck up out of Dodge before she ended up like my mom ended. Dead. A dead black bitch is what she would have been. And then everybody was like, oh, Lord Jesus, how this happened? Nigga, real niggas over here in the United States of America Incorporated, we know what the fuck is going on. I knew that shit the whole time. I did a podcast about the I'm like, I don't know why the fuck everybody getting all happy about that shit. Like it's some type of badge of honor to be married into that racist ass family. And that's why his brother, nobody is coming out and saying, hey man, this shit ain't cool what y'all doing to my sister-in-law. They don't give a fuck because it ain't them, so they don't care. Trust, they probably mad at him that it's like, wow, how the fuck you meet this black bitch? That's probably what they really saying.
Meghan kept smiling for the cameras, but says at Windsor and pregnant with Archie, she felt isolated and alone. And the tabloid hits kept coming. After their tour of Africa in 2018, the couple says they were at a breaking point.
After the tour in Africa, huh? Right.
My biggest concern was history repeating itself. I'm talking about my mother.
They say
Now, why would he say that? My biggest concern is about history repeating itself. So why would he say that? You tell me. Why? Why would somebody make a comment like that? Why? And don't tell me that they didn't know. The paparazzi. Stop. Then they gave y'all the narrative that the paparazzi killed Princess Diana. Please. Them racist motherfuckers killed her because they didn't want her marrying Dodi Fayed, man. Well, it didn't have nothing to do with it, man. Get the fuck out of here. They didn't want no niggas attached to that royal family. So if that happened to his white mother, what do you think would happen to her? Man.
they never intended to leave their royal roles, only take a step back. But almost immediately, all financial support and Prince Harry's own security stopped.
Cut off the money, nigga. We'll give the money for you, but that bitch ain't getting no security. That bitch ain't getting shit. They had to move the motherfucking United States of America Incorporated. Because the motherfucker like, well, hey, man, we not paying for your protection. I'm sorry, Prince Harry, but fuck that nigga bitch and your nigga son. And you like, why you keep saying that? Because that's exactly how they feel. I don't know why the fuck everybody acting like this is some new shit.
I thought that I would have my security removed because I was born into this position. I inherited the risk. My family literally cut me off financially, and I had to afford security for us.
Wait, hold up.
Uh-huh. Nigga, and then how you gonna come? Look, see, this is what's funny because I don't understand why nobody knew that this was gonna happen. I'm like, man, them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about no niggas. And who the fuck made her the queen? And where is her lineage traced from? Because I know, yeah, you must be a descendant of a Moor. Because where the fuck, as you have all that gold in England, but don't want to share it with nobody, in Buckingham Palace, can't nobody get in that motherfucker but you. Man, get the fuck out of here. Some bullshit that you probably made up anyway. Oh, I'm the queen now. Man, get the fuck out of here. And motherfuckers is acting like they didn't know this shit was going to happen. This don't even surprise me. It's kind of laughable. This is the shit that's been happening to niggas the last 450 years. So this ain't nothing new to me.
Wait a minute. Your family cut you off?
Yeah, in the first quarter of 2020. But I've got what my mum left me. And without that, we would not have been able to do this.
Oh. Let me rewind this for y'all. I want this to set in for any melanated person, any person period, but especially melanated people. Generational wealth. It was almost like his mama was like, just in case y'all might fuck with somebody outside y'all race, I'm gonna put a list something aside for y'all because this bitch is a racist motherfucker. So that lets me know that Princess Diana knew, okay, one of my sons is bound to date outside their race because she was dating Egyptian. So let me just put some money aside just in case these motherfuckers do one of my sons fucked up. Because she knew they was racist too, man. Come on. She was a part of that family. You imagine the shit that they was saying about black folk? Oh, my God. If she was alive today, all the books she would write, they had to get rid of her. They had to. Why would she not have told on them? Because the person she was getting ready to marry, he had bread. Dodi Fayed had hella money. Matter of fact, Dodi Fayed's dad even said that the Queen of England killed my son. Straight up. That's exactly what happened. Hold on. Look, my hood ass. I'm text messages and shit. Hold on. Let me rewind this back. I want y'all to hear this shit.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Your family cut you off?
Yeah, in the first quarter of 2020. But I've got what my mum left me. And without that, we would not have been able to do this.
All the money that my mom left me. So basically what would have happened was they'd have made him get a divorce from that woman. And they'd have been like, well, this ain't working. And then, or guess what? You ain't got no fucking money and you cut off. And that's what they did. See, they tried to be slick. He probably didn't tell him he had some money that his mom put aside for him. It's called generational wealth, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have generational wealth, you don't have anything. So if you're hustling for your first name, trying to wear Gucci, Louis, and Fendi, and Balenciaga, and all this bullshit, and then your kids growing up, and then you end up passing away, and then you can't leave your kids nothing, then you are a failure at parenting, period. If you cannot pass anything and put your kids on the game, I don't care. It don't have to just always be financial. It can be game, knowledge. Hey, man, this is what you need to be doing. This is what you should be doing. If you're not putting your kids up on the game, you're a failure at parenting. If you're not using your mistakes to teach your children, you are a failure at parenting. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of parents, they sit from the standpoint of acting like they ain't never made no mistakes. They don't never want to teach or use those moments to be teachable how they were fucked up so you can win where they didn't succeed. But guess what? What did his mom do before she died? I'm going to put this little bread away because my kids is too young to know that their grandmother is a fucking racist. So let me just put this money away just in case they try to do some shiesty shit. Can't be mad at that at all.
But I've got what my mum left me, and without that, we would not have been able to do this. I think she saw it coming. And I certainly felt her presence throughout this whole process.
Woo-wee. So the mom knew they were racist. How do you, so that lets me know they killed her because she was marrying a nigga, basically Egyptian, a black man from Africa. They did not want that shit. She was, man, Princess Diana stayed in Africa. She stayed over there. And she wasn't on no fucking Agenda 21 trying to depopulate Africa. You know, like our lovely friends, Mr. Gates and them, who can't even give you a firewall to block a virus on a computer, but can tell you to go take a vaccination. You know, that motherfucker. Motherfucker can't even fix the viruses on the computer, but he could tell you to take a vaccination. How old is the queen? She old as fuck. That bitch is about 90 years old. And you know she's organ harvesting. She shouldn't even be. Man, their organs are not even designed enough to live that old. That's why David Rockefeller had like 10 heart transplants. They know their organs ain't designed like, they don't have melanin like us. So they know that. That's why they do a lot of organs harvesting. Y'all just don't know about that shit because we're not the elite and we don't have bread like them. But trust and believe you me, Princess Diana knew she was racist. Now, I'm not saying that she was calling out the racism. I'm not saying any of that. What I'm saying is this has been going on forever. If it wasn't, then how come old boy's brother ain't came out and said nothing? How come his sister-in-law ain't saying nothing? How come the queen herself ain't saying, hey, man, this is not cool and y'all need to come up? No, because y'all don't fuck with them like that. Because if it was, he wouldn't be doing no interview with Oprah in the United States of America Incorporated. Stop. Stop with the bullshit.
And I'm, you know, for me, I'm just really relieved and happy to be sitting here talking to you with my wife by my side.
Prince Harry says he's still close to his grandmother, the Queen, but his relationship with his father, Prince Charles, is strained.
I feel really
the Queen is a racist bitch too. So you're protecting white racism. See, that's the shit that I'm talking about. You're protecting it now. You're protecting racism, white supremacy, because let me tell you, if she's the queen and she's in charge, nothing goes down unless she's involved. He's not really the king yet. Your dad ain't the king until that bitch die. So it's really about what she say. It's not really about what he says right now. And if you having a strange relationship with your dad, that means he really don't like that nigga. He don't like that woman at all. They like, this nigga bitch got to go. I already know what he thinking. So I already know for a fact, oh, that dude, that white, look, a real motherfucker would know this shit is not only embarrassing, like, what the fuck, man? But you know what? Maybe they kept it hidden from him. But if he just said his mom knew it was coming, then his mom probably projected, one of my sons is going to date outside their race. So I better put some bread aside because these are some racist motherfuckers. Trust and believe you me. I almost guarantee you that's what it, maybe she didn't have that conversation with him, but I'm pretty sure she knew that's what the fuck was going to happen because his dad don't fuck with him like that at all.
down. My father and my brother, they are trapped. They don't get to leave.
What do you think your mom would say about this?
I think she would feel very angry with how this has panned out and very sad. But ultimately, all she'd ever want is for us to be happy.
Kelly, I mean...
That's some funny shit, man. You like, why you laughing? Because, man, that's what y'all niggas get for talking about, oh my God, we gonna be a part of, we royal now, y'all. We gonna be a part of the, shit, Meghan Markle shit. She was on fleek. Yeah, all this bullshit. Oh, because Serena Williams was there and shit. We a part of Royal Palace and all this other shit. Now they like, nah, fuck this nigga bitch. Now everybody like, oh my God, the royal family is racist? Stop. Stop. What's that? I don't think Charles is his father. Harry don't look nothing like him, but the first boy do. Hey, I didn't want to say that shit, but I was thinking like, damn, that nigga got red hair and don't look nothing like that dad, but the other kid looked just like him. Cause the boy, the young boy, wasn't Prince Harry. He looked like the mom. He looked more like the mom. And then the other boy looked like the dad. And the dad looked like a goober ass Bill Gates looking motherfucker. You know, they had to buy him some pussy. That nigga wasn't never gonna get no woman. Motherfucker. Nigga only came out on Halloween looking at us. But anyway, I'm gonna tell you this right now, man. These are just things that we gotta look at, we gotta handle, we gotta understand. Look, stop protecting racism and white supremacy. And I'm talking to my melanated people, I'm talking to every racial group. If you fuck with black folk, tell us what's being said when we're not in the room. Stop sitting up here smiling with black folk at the court plantation, and then when you get around the dominant white society, you acting and replicating the behavior of them. Stop doing that. Because if you're doing that shit, then you are a part of the problem and you have never been a part of the solution. And most people that go along with that bullshit are the most weak, non-confident, lowest self-esteem having, bullshit motherfuckers I've ever been around. And I've been around a lot of them and I can smell it on them. They're not confident about anything that they do or say. They always got to think 10 times before they have any type of conversation with you, because they know if you're a studier of knowledge and you are a studier of people, they know they got to come correct. So then they kind of try to play all these games and have all this word play and all this bullshit. And it's like, nigga, stop it with the antics and all the formalities and just get to the point. But most people, they double talk and they talk in circles a lot of the times when they don't know what the fuck they saying. And when they are, I would say, bereft of knowledge and they don't know what the fuck is going on. But I'll tell you this though, most racial groups, other racial groups, what they do is they realize what the pecking order is, and when they know, okay, well, the dominant white society is in charge of this job, so I'm gonna replicate their behavior. So then what they do is they find the weakest link. The majority of the time is black folk. So they start to pick out certain elements of and behaviors and characteristics that a black person might portray at the court plantation, and then they pick those apart and they take them and they give it to their white master or white mommy or white daddy, like a cat brings you a dead bird when they catch one, or a fish. You know what I mean? And they bring and they put it on their lap like, look, this is what they're doing. And then guess what? And then what the dominant society does is they reward that behavior. And then guess what happens? That starts the crabs in the barrel. That's not just the crabs in the barrel. That starts the telling, the fake, the phony, the lying, the deceit, the deceit, the sowing of the discord, because they're getting something out of it. If the dominant society wanted to end racism, they could do it tomorrow. They just choose not to. They want this system to take shape and form and be in existence forever. Because if they didn't, they could end it tomorrow. They could stop rewarding bad behavior. When motherfuckers get to telling on black people, they'll stop that. That's why when you work at a court plantation, you are always public enemy number one. There's nothing you can say or do that will change their mind, period. I don't care how hard you work and how much you try. If you're not an ass kisser, this system isn't for you. So get in there, get your bread, and get the fuck out. Do your 8 and skate. Don't try to hang out with these people outside of work. Don't try to talk to them. Don't get into your personal business. They want to tell you their personal business, let them until you get tired of it. And then when you get tired of it, just be like, make yourself unavailable. Why, Warren? Because there is no need for you, in my personal opinion, to go back and forth with anybody or any other racial group, because it's not constructive. You're not getting anything out of it. What are you getting out of it? So you can be emotional? Compartmentalize your frustrations. Talk with people that really, that's your therapy, talking with people that really understand how you feel, and always have a solution behind it. So if you don't like your situation, change the people around you. And if you can't change the people around you, change the people around you mentally. If you're working with these people at the court plantation, then you only have to work around them for so many hours after that. That doesn't mean you keep going. Are you a glutton? A gluttony for punishment? Like you have to have that punishment? No, you don't have to keep going around those people. After you do your 8, get the fuck away from him and do what the fuck you need to do. Remember that. That's what life is really about. You being in your lane. And a lot of the times, black folk have to conform. Almost all the time, they got to conform because it's not our system. Just know the social game rules. When people are trying to put you in a box and put you, all you got to say is, but that's not who I am. You know, especially if you're doing a good job at that corporate plantation and then try to start picking at things, just take mental notes and be like, well, what is this, a race thing? What is going on? I don't understand. Always start a conversation off with a question. Don't ever start it off with a statement. Always a question. What is it that you need me to do? Because when you start off with a question, it basically puts them on the defense and you on the offense. And guess what? You don't look like you're frustrated or you have an attitude or anything. You just keep your emotions in check and keep your composure. Don't get out of character for them. You know what I mean? You have to compartmentalize how you really feel, and you let it all out with people that you trust and you fuck with, and they fuck with you. Don't get on the court plantation, get to telling all your business. Oh man, this has happened to me and all that. They don't respect you and they think you a fucking clown. And you are what they call the WB frog. Man, that bullshit. You know what I mean? You don't want to be that. Don't be these people's entertainment. It's bad enough they look at you like a zoo animal in an exhibit when you around. They look at everything. They want to touch your hair. They want to do all this dumb shit, man. So it's like, you just refrain from all that and handle your business. And stop trying to explain to everybody what racism and white supremacy is. Just refer them books. I don't explain shit to people. Hey, man, go check this book out. And then when you're done, go check that book out. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening. Subscribe me. You already know what it is. Hit the bell button so you get notifications when I go live. Sometimes it ain't gonna let you know nothing anyway. Hey, man, if you know anybody that will fuck with this shit, send them my way. If you're not, then fuck it. It is what it is. This channel gonna grow organically. I'm not into cloud chasing. You already know who the fuck I am. Hey, man, if you're around somebody that's on some Hayward Shepherd, tell them about the gun line. Steven from Django, motherfucking coon, Sambo ass nigga. Guilty nigga, I don't fuck with you, man. But if you on some real shit, I fuck with you. Hey, man. Hey, y'all have a good night. I'm out. Peace.